You are now listening to the Pelicans post-game report. Flash report.
Yo, what up with y'all? Lexxah Drew coming to you live yet again, ready to talk some Pelicans basketball. So, what I want to focus on today is the job description of an NBA head coach. I think it's important for Pelicans fans as well as fans of basketball to comprehend this. It's very important. Now, obviously, we know that Willie Green is currently the head coach of the New Orleans Pelicans. And obviously, you all know how I feel about Willie Green being the head coach. But I think it's good to be aware of what goes into being an NBA head coach, the details, just everything. And it's good to assess that and know that so that you can be aware of where this team is and where this team is going. So just want to get into that. And look, some of this information may be some things that you all already know, and some of it may be something that you didn't know, something that you just learned today. I do want to state this, that this is from a different source. This is not coming from me. So this is all according to sportskeeda.com. The article is written by Ethan Bishop. So I just want to point that out, and let's get into the article. Also, I do want to add that none of this is personal. I think, sometimes you have to separate the personal from the business aspect. And even, it's not even business, but it's simply the job description. Are you fulfilling that job description? And that's the most important thing that we need to answer. It's okay to question. It's okay to ask questions, because that's how we get to the root of the problem. We have been talking about all types of things, but now we can actually hear what that description is when it comes to being a good, not just a head coach, but a good NBA head coach. All right, so here we go. The NBA is a league of superstars where individual talent often dominates headlines and discussions. However, as any basketball fan knows, no player can achieve success without a strong supporting cast and a talented coach. In fact, the role of coaching is critical, as it can often make the difference between a championship team and a mediocre one. NBA head coaches are responsible for many things, from managing personalities and egos to developing game plans and scouting opponents. They must be excellent communicators and motivators, able to get the most out of their players and make quick decisions during the heat of games. But what impact does coaching actually have on team performance, and how can we measure it? There are several factors to consider when analyzing the impact of coaching on team performance in the NBA. One of the most important is win and losses record. A coach's success can be measured in the number of games their team wins, and over a long enough period of time, a pattern of success or failure can emerge. Coaches with high winning percentages are often viewed as successful, while those with a losing record are often criticized. Another factor is playoff success. In the NBA, winning a championship is the ultimate goal, and coaches who are able to lead their teams to titles are often viewed as some of the best in the game. Success in the playoffs can also help cement a coach's legacy and lead to further opportunities and recognition. However, there are other factors beyond wins and championships that can impact a coach's performance. One such factor is player development. Coaches who are able to develop young talent and help them reach their full potential can have a significant impact on a team's long-term success. In addition, coaches who are able to make adjustments and change their game plans based on their opponents can also have a significant impact on their team's performance. Overall, The role of coaching in the NBA is critical, and the impact of a coach on team performance can be significant. While wins and championships are used as measures of success, there are many other factors to consider when evaluating a coach's performance. Whether through player development, strategic adjustments, or motivational skills, a great coach can make a difference in a team's success. Okay, so that is the article from sportskeeda.com written by Ethan Bishop. And so, obviously, I want to say this before I get started, is that this is all about your perspective on the team's success. You have team success in regular season, but then there's a whole nother world, which is the success of the team postseason. And so, if you're strictly just looking at regular season, obviously, in Willie's tenure for all 3 seasons, the winning percentage has gone up. And you heard that in Griff's exit interview, and you heard it in Willie Green's exit interview. Of course, they're going to talk about that. That's the thing. They're going to put that out front because they want to show the fan base that they have improved every single year in regular season. Y'all see where I'm getting at? In regular season, that's yes, you've had success. But what is the expectation that you have for this team? Let me tell you something. True winning does not come in regular season. I just want to let y'all know that right now. You can agree to disagree, or you can agree to agree. But true winning, true success comes in the postseason. In the postseason is where you get your credibility, your notoriety, your accolades, okay? Solidifying your place as far as having some type of legacy. That's where all that comes from, right there. In the playoffs, in the postseason. It's not regular season. We've seen time and time again where we see players that they perform at a high level in regular season, and come postseason, it's like they disappear. The postseason is a different breed of basketball. And so when you look at it from that perspective, okay, I'm not saying that if you're looking at it from regular season perspective that you're wrong, because there is a certain amount of success. But remember, in regular season is where you build habits, so that when you get to the postseason, that you have a routine, you have a rhythm, you built a level of consistency in your high level of play, similar to how the Celtics have done all season. They've been consistent, and so it'll translate into the postseason. That's what it does. It translates. And that's when it solidifies, hey, this team is legit. This team is not a pretender. They are a contender. It's not just about getting to the playoffs. It's about performing at a high level in the playoffs. Guess what? I did state, and I stated this because I understood how the team was playing during the season. Post All-Star break. Post All-Star, I said, man, I'm not even going to focus on Willie Green. Because at the end of the day, this is about the players. The players got to do this. The players got to go out on the court and they got to perform at a high level. Guess what? As much as I wanted to believe that, the truth of the matter is that the head coach matters. How you manage and instruct players from calling timeouts, play calling, subbing guys in and out of the lineup, positioning, and maximizing the talent is critical as an NBA head coach. They're the IQ off the court. They're the strategists off the court. They're the guider off the court, the motivator off the court. Willie stated in his presser after Game 1 against OKC in the postseason, it's not about what we need to do to free up BI. This is going to be playoff basketball. He's going to have to continue to play through. That's what he said. And that's after, on BI's 12-point performance. It's funny because, it kind of reminded me of one of John F. Kennedy's famous quotes where he said, "Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country." Don't ask me to coach you, to put you in positions to succeed, to get you the ball. Now, I know there's a little bit more to it because Brandon could have did some things differently on his, on his part to help. But basically, look, don't come to your coach. Don't come to me and ask me to help you. You need to bust your butt. You need to go out there and perform at a high level and do your thing out there because I can't coach you. I don't know how to coach. I don't know how to call plays. I can't do nothing for you. You're going to have to do this. Anytime Willie Green is put in a position where he has to coach, the probability of the Pelicans winning is very low. It's very low. He doesn't have the creativity or the imagination. Nothing against him personally. He just doesn't have it. And so it's funny because, obviously Brandon wasn't really doing his part, really wasn't using his height advantage, had a huge height advantage over Lou Dort. He would dribble, all the shots were tough, you know what I'm saying? He would dribble inside the arc to take a tougher shot when he could have shot the three. That was available, but he didn't do that. So there were things that B.I. could have did, but look at the whole team. Look at in clutch moments. Like, this team was not winning in the clutch. The probability of this team winning in the clutch was very low. Very low. All the blown double-digit leads. Look, if they weren't leading from the third going into the fourth, 0-26, 0-27, take your pick. Both of them are bad. Now, you hear commentators say that people always want to blame the coaches and never want to hold the players accountable. This is not that case. It may play a little bit of something, but the truth of the matter is that there are deficiencies in Willie Green's coaching. There just are in his philosophies, his strategies. Look, I am not going to go to a hairstylist that does not promote hair growth. For all the ladies out there, shout out to you all. Shout out to you all. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay? It's the same situation here. This coach right here for the New Orleans Pelicans does not promote growth. Has he really grown? And if you're looking at the regular season wins and losses, okay, look, that growth is an illusion. This team has been a borderline playing team or a first round exit playoff team. That's it. That's it. Is that the growth that you're talking about? Don't talk to me about top 10 defense or top 10 offense or whatever. Where is that in the postseason? Is that what you call getting swept? The top 10 defense got swept? A top 10 offense got swept? Or a top 15 offense? Whatever it is. Come on now. Where's that translation, that transformation, that growth that is being applied after regular season? I'm not saying win a championship. Like, dude, let's win a playoff series, right? That's the first thing. But don't get it twisted. The championship isn't in the cards, but there's steps to this, right? Gotta be realistic. Gotta be realistic. I mean, why does a reporter have to check you on having your star players back? That's a poor mentality of, I'm going to keep my money in my pocket, or we have to earn those calls. That's played out, man. This is called coaching character flaws. A good NBA coach empowers his players and instills confidence, not strip the confidence away. Jayhawk is a prime example. Then we talk about how with the adjustments. The adjustments was a problem throughout the whole season. And it's funny because in the postseason, Willie Green kind of put on a facade that, hey, yeah, we're going to make changes. All cards are on the table. And then the day of the game, which was an elimination game, he said, we're not going to change anything. We're going to keep doing what we're doing, even though what they were doing was not working. Basically, just work harder, and that's it. But this is the NBA head coach of the New Orleans Pelicans. And now you have the job description of an NBA head coach, a good NBA head coach. So you are now made aware of what all this means. And you can draw your conclusions from there. But that's all I got for y'all. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I am Lexxah, and I'm out, y'all.
Subscribe now and stay up to date for all things New Orleans Pelicans.